Yeah, it's always best.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What about like transferring a car to a company's name? What
You want to
that?
what your car, transport car, yeah?
Yeah, my car, but because I'm wondering, like, it's already in my name and surname. There is no like Mister on that certificate. Like keeper's name is like name and surname, and I've opened limited company in name and surname limited. That means I don't need to like change anything basically.
But have you
But you just used a key word there, keeper, right? That doesn't mean owner. Keeper is different.
Keeper. Yeah, I understand.
So you have to have a contract with your company saying it's the owner. I'm guessing if you wanted to do something like that, Carl would.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean, like, again, you've got to look at the name as well and how they're writing it. That's the thing. You just said that basically you want that it doesn't have the limited. Do you have the trademark done?
Yeah, I've done it recently. Yes.
Okay, so you got your trademark done.
Well, it's like it's not like it's. I just did it 2 weeks ago. Something.
Yeah, that's fine. So when it's going through and stuff, and it goes through, then you can then go after them for trademark. Again, it's good just to know what you actually want to do before you actually start doing things. A bit like what Christine was doing earlier on. Just gather the information, of course, and then when everything comes through, then you can go after them. What Tegan's saying about the trademark with cease and desist.
No, I've just come across like information. Some people like transferring like assets, like a car, instead of name, transfer it to a company's name. But since I've done trademark, that like name is like trademark of company name. So no point to really transfer it to company because it is like a company now. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Again, it depends on what you want to do. Just it depends on what you want to do. Because you've got the name and stuff like that. You're saying that you've got the name and you want to change the name, and should you change the name? Just see what is it you actually want to do?
No, I was like to get some kind of say if a debt collector comes like to my house and I like open, I say hello, I'm limited company, blah blah blah. But if like we like check a car outside and it's in the name basically, like name and surname of a guy who way after basically.
But where did they get? Where did they get that information from?
I don't know. So we haven't got access, basically, all of them debt collectors. I just saw like how comes like they figure out, who's car outside of a house, basically.
Yeah, but they're going to have to get in touch with somebody to find out whose car it was. And if they get that car, then you can go after that person for giving your information away.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just wondering, I've never like questioned that. Like I saw videos like that collectors like Bristol and Sutter come to someone's like, oh, we want to, I've come here to remove your goods. And basically like he just approaches any car basically over one closer to house, something.
Yeah, so I seen what people do online is they get 2 clamps, for like 50 quid on Amazon or eBay, right?
Yeah.
And when the guy isn't looking, you clamp his car. If he parks on your property or something like that, or if he damages your property or seizes your property, you clamp his car and you seize his.
That's it.
And then if he goes and changes the tire, you have the second one. So when he's changing the tire on that side, you go around to the other side and you clamp that side, and then he only has 1 spare tire. That's why you get 2.
So you're just operating as your limited company. That's all. You've got to take yourself out of. I'm not being disrespectful, but it's like a victim mentality. We can't be the victim. We have to be the going forward one. You know, we have to be the one what call the shots. We are the limited company. We work for the limited company like they work for a limited company, but it's not their limited company they're working for.
Yeah.
You see, it's all about company. You've got to get your head around that, really, because the thing, everything you're talking about at the moment is like all about the implied.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see?
Yeah, and I understand all this basically. Yeah, just had a few questions. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for answering.
No, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. That's not a problem.
No problem. I see something similar. Someone saying, so they've only just passed their driving test last week and they got their license through the post today. They said they called the DVLA and they wouldn't change from uppercase to lowercase. You don't want them to do that. You want it all uppercase because it's corporation. It's your trademark, right?
That's it.
So you want them to have it all uppercase to avoid violate your trademark, right?
That's it.
If they engage into commerce, and then they wouldn't remove the title. Well, that's not true. I have my driver's license in front of me now, and there's no title on it. You can do it online easily enough. I'm on the DVLA website. They even say you can change your title or remove it.
Perfect. Cool. Hello. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so Akobi or Hassan, Mark, are you back? Mark's still having a problem. Okay, Akobi.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi, Tegan. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah. Now that I set up my private limited company, so how am I going to deal with my previous loans? For example, my student loan repayment. So I don't know how I'm going to stop that because I'm a limited company now. So
you see,
I don't know if you can give me some ideas.
The thing about it, see, you're still attaching yourself to your name. You can't attach yourself to your name. If you own a limited company, you own the limited company. That's it. You don't own the other one. So whatever was done with that old name, nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you.
It was an implied company, exactly.
Yeah, but because I'm still working and I'm still repaying it, I'm still working as an implied company. So because they deduct money from my wages every month, so how should I stop that?
You can stop the direct debit.
No, it goes straight from the taxpayer. So before I get my money from every month, they deduct the student loan from my salary every month.
Who's deducting it?
The student loan company.
Who?
The student loan company deduct it. So
have you been in touch with HMRC?
No, no.
I would get into have a word with HMRC and ask them why the students are taking it out of yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How is that working? Because the student, the student know what company is that?
The call you, I think it's CIC Limited.
CIC
SLC, yeah, SLC Limited.
So you can if you wanted to get in touch with the bank, you can get the bank to stop them taking your money. That's the thing, and then they will have to write to you.
Okay.
Do you see?
Or maybe, yeah.
Because I mean, like all it is a direct debit. What's really coming out? That's what kind of like is being set up. If somebody's taking your money out, it's just basically they've got a direct debit. They've got a direct access to your account, and you can always stop that access. Just go into your bank and say, look, there's a direct debit or there's money coming out of my bank from this company. Could you stop it? And you just stop it.
I think what's happening might be the payroll company he works for.
Yeah, from the payroll, yeah. From the payroll, yeah.
I think that's what you're saying, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
So you have to contact the payroll.
Yeah, you have to
say you want to deal with this on their own, don't deduct it. You're going to deal with them separately, not to pay it per month.
That's it. It's nothing to do. It's
Contact your payroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with them. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to fix, Tegan. I'm just trying to figure out who was taking where's
yeah.
You see.
From my experience working in the financial industry, it's the payroll company deducts it automatically from your payroll. So they have it registered with HMRC from the previous implied company.
You see.
And then, yeah, you need to write to your payroll and say, don't do that. I'm in discussions with them about it. There seems to be some issues. Yeah. So I'm not authorizing you to deduct any amounts.
Okay. I think I will do that. I'll do that.
And then if they say no, say, well, then you're taking full liability and you're trading my trademark. And if you have it, then, we'll open up another ball game then.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the trademark. So I've done it, but
don't mention anything then if that hasn't come through. But I found that Student Loans Company Limited here. It's on. You can search it on the government website. They got 17 directors. Wow.
Just see,
that's a lot of directors. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was my question. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just let us know. Just let us know how it goes if you've been in touch with the company and see.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll let you know. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's okay. Okay.
Thank
you. Mark, did I hear your mic come on, or I think he's disappeared again now. Okay, no. Okay, Hassan, how you doing?
How you doing, mate? You good?
Bro, how you doing? You good?
Good, thanks, man. Hi to everyone. It's my first time here, so you might have not seen me here before. Right, so I've got a question, and it's based around what I've been talking to you about already.
Sure.
The point is, as we're basically saying that on my birth certificate, my name's Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan. I think you might be able to see it as my picture there. I don't know if you can make it out. Right. So then if that's my actual, obviously it's not my name. I don't have a name. It's just a name that's attached to me, whatever. Apart from that, all my IDs being in the name that's displayed on my screen as my screen name, Hassan Mohammed Khan. But with there being no link to these two names, when I now go to buy my company, which I want to do sort of today, tomorrow, as soon as possible. But if I go to buy that company, when they ask you who's buying the company, I mean, you guys would just put your birth certificate name, to say that you're buying it. And then you'd obviously do an enroll deed poll. With me, if I go to say I'm buying the company, am I saying I'm Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan and I'm buying that company? So that's the name I'm putting down. But when I'm paying with my debit card, the debit card payment's coming from Hassan Mohammed Khan because that's what my legal name is. So I don't know if you get that question.
That wouldn't be an issue. You're talking about the payment thing with that doesn't make a difference. And if you're getting the trademark of that name, it doesn't make a difference either because you're going to own the trademark, so it's your property. So your property bought something essentially.
So who should the owner be? Should it be Hassan Mohammed Khan? Because obviously I've not done an enroll deed poll on that name yet, because obviously that's going to take 10-20 weeks anyway. So at this moment in time,
you could do that now. Sorry? Yeah, and you can change it at any time. You can change the owner at any time. So yeah, you could even sell it to another company of yours later, right?
So it's just I thought it'd be a case of, like, for example, if I brought your company, I haven't really brought your trust account. I'd only assume that you'd have to buy your own sort of company. And if my name is Hassan Mohammed Khan Pathan in the eyes of the GRO and the Home Office and all them, but I'm running around with a legal name, Hassan Mohammed Khan, do I buy the company as just Hassan Mohammed Khan and then do an enroll deed poll and just say it'll be fine? Do you reckon that's the case?
See, the reason we tell you to get the birth certificate name is because we want to lock the Sestigavie trust that they're dipping into. But at the moment, we don't. It's owned. Well, no one owns it, right? And anyone can claim it, right? So if someone hasn't claimed their name, and anyone can go claim it. So we want to lock that, right? We don't want them dipping into our trust. So it's about taking control back. That's the whole purpose of this. We want to regain control, stop them taking what's rightfully ours. And hopefully when we figure it out, we can access that in the future.
Okay. Well, I had a bit of an interesting one. I actually went into the bank because I'm under the belief that the bank kept hold of some of my documents when I actually created that legal name with the bank. And I went in the other day and I just told them straight up that I wanted to buy my company name as a company and I was going to bring that document into them and get them to open an account in that name. And she was quite brazen about it. And she said, yep, we don't do it here, but we'll send your documents off to head office at Lloyd's TSB. And but she did actually mention, I was saying this to Hornseywood, that she did actually say that because you've got a different name, Hassan Mohammed Khan, and you're buying that company name, there might be some confusion. So I just wanted to make sure before I went ahead with doing anything and trying to go into the bank, because Hornseywood said that she doesn't know what she's talking about. If I've
exactly,
got
she doesn't. Why would there be confusion? You can buy any company name that you want. There wouldn't be any confusion.
Right,
Why do they care?
Yeah, so technically speaking, yeah, me as Hassan Mohammed Khan, this legal entity name, I could buy that company anyway because it's just a company name.
You can buy both, yeah. Well, it makes no difference, right? But they're all implied companies. If they're available, you can buy them. So it makes no sense that what she said.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point I made to Hornseywood as well, that what if I was to buy, Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan, and buy Hassan Mohammed Khan, and one of the companies could own the other company, and I think it would be Hassan Mohammed Khan Pathan that would have to be the parent company, because obviously I think that's where the start of the trust all started. Do you think that'd be correct?
It doesn't have to be. You can have XYZ Limited as a parent holding company. It doesn't matter if you wanted to do that. That's a bit more complicated, but yeah. So you're probably looking at these videos online where they say you have a holding company that owns all your sub companies, and then they do whatever,
What do you reckon would be more advantageous for Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan? I'll just call him Pathan to own Hassan Mohammed Khan as a company, or Hassan Mohammed Khan to own that other company?
You don't even you can put that as the owner. Yeah, exactly. It's just when you're registering the company. If you want one company to own the other company, well, who's the majority shareholder? Well, it's your other company, right? But it's not difficult to do. It's very, very easy to do.
Right.
And
so if
don't overcomplicate.
Yeah, I think I'm overthinking it because of the fact that I've got these two different names and I keep juggling, between them.
The thing about it, as I mentioned to you before, because you haven't got your new name enrolled, that's the problem, because you don't have that. That's what the lady was saying to you. Well, it's amazing that you've got that name and you're running around using that name, because if it isn't enrolled, do you see?
Exactly.
If you've got the Pathan one, then that's your name, because the other one hasn't been lawfully enrolled.
Yeah, that's right. Because I did mention to her that I've got a deed poll which my father did in 1987 when I was 3.5 years old. But he kind of said, well, but you haven't signed that. But technically speaking, they allowed me to open a bank account with that name, even though I hadn't signed the deed poll. So it's a bit of a dodgy one.
Yeah, no, but I mean, as I said to you, if you get an unenrolled depot, it's only for you. And then whoever you give it to, you're giving it to them because it's coming from your hand, remember. It's coming from your hand, so you're giving it to them. So whoever you give it to can use it. No one can no one can use it if you haven't given it to them. It's a bit like a trademark in a certain sense, because nobody knows about it because it's not enrolled. So even if you looked it up, it wouldn't point to you.
Well, how about this idea, right? Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan, that name's never ever been used. Even when the DWP, they write to me as Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan, even though my bank ID, my passport, all that is Hassan Mohammed Khan. So what they're doing is they're using the Christian name Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan, and then they're attaching it to the deed poll legal entity name Khan. So technically speaking, even the DWP and them lot, they can't use Pathan, even though GRO and Home Office have admitted that, look, listen, your name's Hassan Khan Mohammed Khan Pathan. So technically speaking, no one's using that name. So should I then, I know I should stay away from legal deed polls and we want enrolled deed polls, but technically speaking, if I didn't do anything, well, I was thinking get just a solicitor's deed poll, which again, I know we shouldn't do, but go into the bank, get them to then allow me to do it if they didn't allow me to, use the Pathan with the Hassan Khan. But then that would mean that...
Oh, hold on, slow down. First of all, if we're talking about the image, what's on the screen, right?
Yeah, that's the birth certificate, yeah.
Right, so if we look at Pathan, it's written capital, so you're going to have to get a deed poll anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that put into lawful title case. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying to you. So before you go anywhere, before you do anything else, let's sort that one out first. Because you're talking about an idea this and an idea that and an idea this and an idea that, and we haven't done anything yet. Let's do the first thing first. Get that name limited, and then get it as an enrolled depot, which is now uppercase and lowercase. Now you've separated, because what you've got there, you've got the implied company there.
Yeah.
So you don't own that name yet.
Okay.
So you need to own the name now. So go and get it as a limited. That's your that's your foundation block.
Okay.
When you get that as a limited, as you can do the depot at the moment as well, and get that done as a depot as well. So you've got both names. You've got a limited company and you've got a depot. If you want to go and get a trademark, you can go and get the trademark. That's another discussion to see. But
okay, and this, I was going to say this depot, this enrolled depot that you're talking about. Obviously, I should get it in Python and make that name into a proper name. Is that what you mean when you say get a depot?
It's just it's the uppercase, lowercase, Python.
Okay, and in the meanwhile, right now, let's say today after this call, I brought my limited company, because I'm not technically Python as an enrolled, lawfully. Should I buy that company?
Slow down. See, you're crossing everything. Don't cross everything. You're going so fast. You're going from there to there to there to there to there. You're crossing everything. Don't cross everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a certificate of birth there, right?
Yep.
Now, the first thing you've got to do, you've got to own the document first. You don't even own the document. You don't even have a name yet.
Okay.
Whether that's implied or not, you don't even own it.
Right.
So own the name first. Get the limited company, full stop. Then when you go and do the depot or whatever, you get in uppercase and lowercase. That's all you need to think about. There's nothing else to really go into just yet.
Okay.
Because once you do that, then you can start doing the other things. If you then want to go and get Hassan Mohammed Khan as a limited company, you can do, but then you get the Python to be the owner of that company, whatever. But get the Python one done first, because you're talking about this, and you haven't even got nothing done yet. There's no point talking about whatever unless you get the first thing done. Then we can say, okay, that's done. Now let's move into this area where we can get this done.
Right, totally get that. It's just when I go to buy the company, I'm just buying the company as Hassan Mohammed Khan, and then later on doing the changes once the enroll depot comes, and that should be fine. That shouldn't be a problem. Is that correct?
That's fine. The thing about it, you see, you want to say you want to buy it as Mohammed Khan, yeah? Hassan Mohammed Khan, yeah?
That's what I think I would have to do, because
No. Wait. Slow down. Yeah.
Okay.
You're saying you want to do that, yeah? But the thing about it, that's not your name.
It's not. No.
That's what I'm saying, because you don't have it enrolled, because it wasn't enrolled when you was 3 years old. You don't have a birth certificate with that name. So how can you use that name to do anything? You can't.
So then I'm buying the company and saying the owner of that company is Hassan Mohammed Khan Python, and then enrolling that name, and that would be the easy option.
Yeah,
to quote everything out.
Those are the easy options. The proper way to do it.
As I said to you before, just stick with one name. You've got so many names going on here at the moment. Just stick with one name, because you only have one name. In law, not even law, but lawfully through the church, whatever, with that birth certificate there, you've got that one name that was given to you legally. The legal name.
Okay.
You see, now it's the legal name you're operating with. You only have one legal name at the moment, which is lawfully recognized. You don't have the other one because it was unenrolled.
Right, it's just a made-up name. Right.
There you go. So Python is the name from your family heritage, from your backbone, basically. So that's never going to change. So that's the name you want to capture. Capture that name first, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
You see?
Right, I get that.
It's not. You see, we don't try and make it too difficult. It's very, very simple and very, very straightforward. You're just adding in this name and that name and this name and that name, and you're confusing the issue yourself.
Okay, and then like as Tegan said before, we still have to be in the legal world in some ways, like until we don't get
that's not a problem. But get the limited company done first, because once you've done your limited company, then you have a lawful entity that can then go into legal. At the moment, you're in legal, you ain't got nothing to represent you in law.
Okay.
So get your representative in law, then you can go and put that lawful thing into legal. At the moment, you're working back to front. You're in legal, but you have nothing out there in law that's going to help you.
Okay.
You see?
And so, if I want to, and sorry to cut you off, but if I wanted to enroll as Hassan Mohammed Khan Pathan, buy the company as Hassan Khan Mohammed Pathan, but then just continue using Hassan Mohammed Khan, I'd just buy a company, and then that company would be owned by Pathan, and I could just
why? Wait a second. Go back to what Carl said. Why do you need to do that?
Yeah, I mean, technically, if I needed the internet or something like that, I could just do it through the company, and I wouldn't do it through my personal name. So I don't really need this personal legal entity, Hassan Mohammed Khan, then, if I go through the route that you guys are suggesting.
We don't even have to use your...
Look, the thing about...
Yeah, sorry, Carl, go on.
Go on, Tegan.
No, I'm just saying you're really overcomplicating this. As Carl said, just take it step by step first, right? You're jumping all over the place here, right? Just get the company done. Like, it costs you what, £12-14. You'll have the ownership by Tuesday, because tomorrow is a bank holiday, right?
Yeah.
You'll get your document in, and then come into the Truth Talk group and ask the next step. It's even pinned to the top of the Truth Talk group what to do in the process, right? So just follow the process.
I've got
don't overcomplicate it.
I've got a quick question regarding this as well, right? So basically, you might be wondering, how did I get this name Hassan Mohammed Khan then? It's from a non-baptismal certificate within 12 months of registration. And I was actually given it when I was like 10 years old or something like that. In my memory, I believe that the lady who gave it to me allowed me to have it because I said to her that I've always been called Hassan, not Hassan Khan, even though that's the name on the birth certificate. So I think that was allowed, even though, you know, that might seem out of this world. But I had that document. I took it to the bank when I was 18, and they opened this account for me. The point being is, there's this other idea that Carl's been talking about, where you kind of name yourself, the child names themselves. And I believe that I've already done that. You know, I've called myself Hassan Mohammed Khan. Obviously, you know, it might be a legal deed poll that my family did, but technically speaking, my name is Hassan Mohammed Khan, and I have that name by reputation, you know, all through primary school, high school, college, university, blah, blah, blah.
But if you want to change your name via an enrolled deed poll after you buy the company, do it. But buy the company in the original birth certificate name first. That's what we're saying.
Right.
You can change your name to anything you want.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Remember, as I said to you before, the thing about it, when you go in, like as Tegan just said, get your original name first. Buy that limited company. Then when you go and do your deed poll, if you watch, I mean, I've sent over the Truth Serum 4, number 4, the deed poll. When you watch that one, the old name can be the Pathan, which we've spoken about. Yeah. And then your new name can be your new name.
Of course. Yeah.
Because you're the man, the sentient being that's actually creating it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
You're going forward and doing it for you. That's the thing about it. It's not your parent, it's not your mother, it's not your father, it's not anybody else. It's you. So if you want to take Pathan as the old name and then make that as Mohammed Hassan Khan as the new name, you can do. You can do that on a depot. It's not a problem.
Definitely. The confusion for me was at the point of buying the company, do I need to do an enrolled deed poll first and change my name? But what you're basically saying is, at this moment in time, I'm Hassan Mohammed Khan Pathan in their eyes. So I buy the company as that. And then if I want to change my name, no problem. I can do an enrolled deed poll. It's just that if I find that baptismal certificate and I find any other documentation within 12 months, obviously I can try and get box 17 changed, which I know you guys are saying is not that important.
Forget all of that for a moment. Let's just focus on this one thing at the moment. Then we can go on to the next thing. Do you see?
It's just I didn't want to enroll deed poll myself as Pathan, and then later on find my baptismal certificate and find that I could have, done that and then have changed my name. Do you know what I mean? I've just kind of stabbed myself by changing my name.
But this is what me and Tegan saying. You're jumping all over the place. You've got to slow down. The first thing you've got to do is if you want to do this, get your limited company first. Then you do the next thing. If you want to then take your time to do your deed poll, fine, take your time. Go and do your research on who you are and what name you got and what name you want to do and whatever. And we can go through the process of doing that. But at the moment, we're trying to focus on one thing for you to go on the process and do that process of one thing, not 10 things. At the moment, you're throwing 10 things at us. But it's like, do this first, and then what you do first is protects you from everything.
Right.
So once you get the limited company, that protects your name from every other company, whether they're using it or not. Do you see?
Right.
Because remember, on your certificate of birth, you're written down as an implied company anyway. So you're not out from under their arms. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, like you've said to me before, whatever name I'm using, they're finding a way to get it from that trust account anyway. So, it doesn't matter. There's a rope there.
Yeah, so get the limited company first, and then we can discuss the
reach out after that. Exactly. Get the foundation right, and then we can build on it. Right. Just that's how we should proceed with this. I think. Yeah.
Totally.
I think Mark's audio is working again.
Is your audio working now? Okay, cool. Sorry,
can you hear me?
I said yes. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, I've got all sorts of things. I've got developer mode on, and I hadn't switched that off. Hours of fun. The things you have to do. Well, some of the things have been answered. One was, what do you do when a DCA turns up, but other people have addressed that. But
so never ever open the door for them, right?
Yes, I heard that.
Get them to show their ID, take a photo of it, both sides of it, right, and hand it back to them. And then if they ask for X, Y, Z, just that's a company. Who do you want to speak to in the company? I want to speak to X, Y, Z. Yes, that's the company.
This is the problem, because obviously they write to you as Mr. John Henry Doe. And we know that that's an implied company. Is it because of the Mr. Yeah. So obviously, as the director, I haven't got that.
No, exactly. The title is not part of your name, right? Just remember that. Yes. The title is not part of your name.
I'm just trying to get my head round the different entities. That's the thing, because obviously they come and they ask for John Henry Doe. They might not necessarily ask for Mr. John Henry Doe.
So what Tegan's saying in respect there, Mark, is if they come and ask you John Henry Doe, you say, yes, this is John Henry Doe Limited. Who are you looking for within the company?
I see.
You see, you never look at it as this. You always stand in the third party shoes, because you're the secretary of the company. Think of yourself as being the secretary, and your name's Tony. And then they come and ask for John Henry Doe. And you say, well, yeah, this is John Henry Doe Limited. I'm Tony, the secretary. How can I help you? Who are you looking for?
I see.
You see, you have to address it like they're coming, like you're at work. It's just that because you're in your own home, you're not thinking that you're at work. But when
this is the problem, yeah.
But this is it. So when you're at home, that's your workplace. You're at work when you're at home, sitting down, watching your TV. You're working. That's work. That's your office. That's your limited company address. You're at work. You're the director at home, sitting, doing your work. And your work is watching television at the moment. So whoever comes and knocks at your door, you're saying yes. This is why we say to people, if you've got your limited company, we suggest to go out and get a limited company door plaque so you can put it on your front door. So when people
I heard that, yeah.
You see, so when people come to your front door, they can see that they're knocking at limited company. You can say, yeah, you can open the door. Yeah, come in. Because if you're coming in and you want to buy anything, everything in here is going to cost you £1 million, even the sofa. So please come in. You see, because it's like you walking into a high street shop. The person's coming up to you and say to you, "Oh, how can we help you today? Would you like to pair? What kind of shoes are you looking for? Or what kind of sofa are you looking for?" You can be doing that to them. You can say, "Well, come in. What kind of shoes are you looking for today? What kind of sofa? You looking for a TV? You looking for a video? What are you looking for?" They're coming to your shop.
Mm.
If they want anything out of your shop, it's going to cost them £1 million each. It's like the £1 store, but it's £1 million store. They're walking into. This is how we have to start looking at ourselves, being in the position of our company. Not we are the company, as I said earlier on. I mean, like, I'll always say it, and I'm not being disrespectful, but I keep saying it. But we have to detach ourselves away from our name. That's the problem. We are attaching ourselves to our name. So when somebody comes to the door and they're asking for John Henry Doe, we're automatically thinking that's us. No, it isn't us. It's a company name. It's just a brand stamp they're put onto us. And because we've been known and we've been called out throughout our life and we're so used to it, of course we're going to attach ourselves to it. But we have to switch our perception on how we deal with this now, because it's the name that is being incorporated, but now we are the owner of that name. And now we've got to take charge. So we're saying, right, I'm the security guard, I'm the secretary, I'm the director, I'm the window cleaner, I'm the janitor, I'm everybody in that company. So whoever comes to the door, I can only address it from one of the employees of the company that's there. So if I want to answer the front door as a secretary, I will do. And my name can be Sheila, even though I'm a bloke. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is because that's what they're going to do to you. They're going to come to your front door and say, "Hi, yeah, I'm John Doe from this Marston or whatever." Do you see? So he's just coming from, you're saying, "Yeah, well, I'm John Henry Doe from this limited company." You're coming to another limited company. So has your director...
Exactly.
Is your director...
You never have to identify yourself. You never have to give them ID. Yeah. And if they come with the police are engaging in civil, not criminal. So then they can be held liable. So there you go. You're saying, "Are you engaging in civil activities at the moment? Well, then I'm going to be billing you." And then they have their badge number. And then you say your fee. So your fee is £25,000 a minute. Write them an invoice. Watch how quickly they run.
Yeah, because this is the problem. I'll say it's not a problem. I'm just trying to clarify it.
Sure.
Because obviously, as the director, I am John Henry Doe, which is the same name.
No. You're getting attached to the name again. 1 second.
I know. I understand
you're getting attached
this.
to the name. You can be called anything you want.
Yes, I understand that, because there's no law that we have to have a name, I believe.
Perfect.
But if a police constable comes, I have to identify myself.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't.
No, you don't.
And
why do you have to identify yourself? Are you being detained? They're going to say no. If they say yes, what crime and under what section are you being detained under? They're going to search you. You don't have to have your ID on you. You know, they're going to release you, and then you charge them. It's very, very simple.
And does this include? Why
are you so scared? They're the same as McDonald's. Would you be scared if an employee at McDonald's started saying, "You better pay me this X, Y, and Z"?
Because we've been taught to be, really.
You've been conditioned, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the program.
So if you're in your car and you stopped, is there any rule to say that you have to identify yourself then?
So what they're trying to do is get you on driving. Driving is a trademark, and driving is engaging in commerce, right? So they're trying to get you on that. So what happens is people identify themselves quite differently than they do with the driving license.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so where they're
I could identify. I could identify myself with.
No, it's first of all, are you being detained? And they're like, "I'm just having a chat with you." Well, I don't want to have a chat with you. Bye. You're not detained, so you can drive off.
Yeah. So
you don't have to talk with them. Why do you have to talk with them?
Well, I've learned an awful lot. I've learned a lot about the legal, and I'm now trying to unlearn it. This is the problem, because obviously you get them on their oath, etc., etc.
It's not.
You don't have to answer questions. You don't answer questions.
It's not a problem. It's just that thing about it with the legal is done for corporations. So if you're going to talk about the legal, then yes, deal with it as the corporation, as we're trying to say. Separate yourself from the man, in that the name, and then the name as there's a legal company there. Do you own that legal company? No, you don't own that legal company. You see, so even if they ask your name, you can say, yeah, I could tell you my name, and you can give them your first name if you wanted to. That's your Christian. Yeah. That's it. You see, you don't have to give them a surname. You say, well, I'm not contracting today. I'm not doing contracts today.